this works.
All right.
All right, it didn't change it. So we're live right now. Hi, everyone. Welcome to All About the Joy. As always, we are dealing with technical issues. So let me just say that, you know what I think it was doing? It was telling me, wait, let me back up. Hi, everyone. Welcome to All About the Joy. This is Cynthia Ruiz Lopez, and this is Rick Costa. This is a show we do every week on Thursday night, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. The reason why I'm being a little weird is because I think we're live on TikTok right now, and this would be our first time being on TikTok. So we couldn't do the intro because the intro is a landscape. So it was asking me to change it. I think that's what it was doing. So how you guys doing? How are you?
Good.
Why are you giggling? Hey, Melanie, how are you?
Hey, Mel.
Why are you giggling?
Because if I don't laugh, I will cry. It's been one hell of a week.
Okay, what happened? Oh, are we on TikTok?
Mm-hmm.
That is so awesome. Yay. Hi, everybody on TikTok. Woohoo. Hey, listen, I don't know if the comments are going to come up here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it. We're just going to do the best we can. And, this is our first time being on TikTok. So I want to welcome the TikTok community. Again, we do this every Wednesday. We're just hanging out in the neighborhood.
Thursday.
What?
Thursday, not Wednesday.
I didn't say Wednesday. Did I say Wednesday?
Yeah.
Tony D just said, good job on TikTok.
Good job. He's so cute. Will you watch you can watch on TikTok and comment if you can.
Melanie said hi from TikTok.
Okay, let's not do that because you're going to break up the you know what I mean? It's going to be hard because this is a show we do and then we do it on the audio. Do you want to say something now? What else did Tony say? Hey, Tony D. Thank you for visiting. So it's weird, right? So he commented on TikTok, but we can't see it here.
No.
Right, yeah.
So they're working on it. They're trying to integrate it perfectly. And I think I'm just like a guinea pig, but I think like they test stuff on me, which gets me annoyed. I'm not saying they do that on purpose, but they were like, just go and get authorized by TikTok and see if you can go live on TikTok. I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? So yes.
Yes, Rick,
I want you to raise your hand every time. Go ahead,
Tony said I did not get a notification though on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm not sure that when I first set it up that it went out as a notification. I set it up just this morning. So I set up this yesterday and it went out to everybody. And I'm not sure if TikTok sends out, I don't know. He would know because he actually does lives more often than I do. Do you know what I mean? I think I've done 2 lives and they were like for 20 seconds each or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Girl, what's going on? What happened to you this week? Go ahead.
God.
What happened?
My coworker, man, is just driving me crazy. Just complains about everything and does nothing.
No, but you posted on Facebook today. She ain't on your Facebook page. You posted something, and I was like, "That's her coworker." You wrote something.
You need a muzzle.
Yeah, you said, "Can humans have a muzzle?" I was like, "Cynthia is rare today." So what'd she do?
She's like I said, so the past couple of days we haven't had too many cases come in to work on, but there's other stuff to do in the office, and she's been there a lot longer than I have.
Why don't you tell everyone what it is that you do in case we have any new viewers?
So I work in pathology, and I work with a doctor who deals with sarcoma cases. So I basically prep all his slides and things like that for him.
Hi, Tony.
So there's always stuff to do. There's always cases.
Your goal is to work with more dead people. I got you. Yeah. Melanie just said, wait a month before you get too invested in TikTok. I don't know what that means.
Because of the TikTok possible ban thing, whatever.
No, the Supreme Court's going to hear it. Well, Melanie, I've been invested in TikTok since it was Musically. I've been a TikTok person since it was all just dancing. So I'm not, you know what I mean? Like I'm not investing more. It's just, we've never been able to go live and we've never, I don't do lives on there, but thank you for the heads up. But the Supreme Court has agreed to hear the case, and they're going to listen to it on January 10th, which is quite fascinating. When they want to go fast, they go fast, but who knows how it's going to end up. I think it'll be bad for us if they end TikTok, but we'll see how it goes. We're going to move on. Go ahead, Cynthia. You're a horrible coworker from hell.
Yeah. So yesterday I kind of snapped at her because she says in front of the doctor, "Oh, we have no cases today. So what are we gonna do?" And I'm like looking at her like, "Do other stuff." I'm like, "Are you really asking me?" And the doctor's busy doing his stuff in his office, but I know he can hear. And she's like, "Well, you're more organized than I am." Well, there's other jobs we need to do, so let's do that.
So I'm confused though. Like, why doesn't is she testing you? I'm confused.
I don't know. I think her age. I think she's kind of going. I don't know.
Rick, I just changed the focus. Does it change on TikTok what it looks like? Does that look better on TikTok?
Yeah, it's bigger. Yeah.
It gives you more options. I'm sorry, I just noticed when you were talking, a little thing went over and said change dimension or something. I'm like, okay. It's like, let me work my technical magic in the background, okay? While I'm pretending to listen. I'm like, So she's but isn't she gonna retire? Didn't we have this conversation?
Not anytime soon, unfortunately. But
is there anybody else in the office? Is it just the two of you? Okay, that's why you losing it. That's why you losing it.
Yeah. So, earbuds go in, music goes on, and I do what I gotta do.
What is her reasoning? Like, is she trying to get you in trouble or something? Is she trying to
It kind of seems like that because it seems like she's been there for so long, so she knows everything, but tries to act like she doesn't, and tries to test, to see if I'll do it or. So I'm not playing her game.
Rick, isn't this one of your people?
Yeah, but this is not a religious broadcast, LJ. So
LJ, this is absolutely not a religious broadcast, and I get vile sometimes if you get me upset. No, I would not. But just be kind and lovely because this is a beautiful space, and we want to keep it that way. So welcome. We're glad you're here. What does one day at a time request mean?
It's a song. One day at a time. It's a song.
Oh. Okay, one day at a time is also something they say in AA all the time.
That's what
I was thinking. I was like,
maybe that's where it came from. Hey, Charlie.
Charlie, how are you? In the hole she goes. I don't even know what that means, Charlie. What are you talking about?
Rick's face.
What?
Is it about her coworker?
Is this about her coworker? Like, what is he talking about? I'm like, I'm so confused.
I would never say oh, what are we gonna do? No, baby, look busy.
Exactly.
I think she's trying to test you, though. I mean, is she? That's what I don't understand. What is her purpose?
I have no idea.
Especially if the doctor can hear you. Oh, whoever is the problem. Okay, whoever's the problem, they go.
That's right, Charlie.
I mean, she's been there for a long time. I'm trying to figure out the doctor can hear you. It's not like he's in another room or something. Yeah. Why is she, you know what I mean? Like, why is she doing this on a regular basis?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. And you can tell even the doctor gets annoyed with her sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true, Melanie.
Well, Melanie, you're so right. One Day at a Time is an old TV show too. That's absolutely correct.
A remake too.
Did they do a remake?
I think.
I don't think it went well. It was like with Rita Moreno too. It was like with the whole Latino cast.
Oh, I loved Valerie Bertinelli, right?
That was the original, right?
Yeah, I thought she was fine.
Okay, what am I going to do with LJ? Do you want to warn me now?
It's kind of the same on my thing. I'm like, what? Constantly what? Bonnie Franklin.
I'll let that go and keep going.
We could do that. Talk amongst yourselves. So here's the thing we were going to talk about today. You guys know very well that I've been asking you both to watch different shows. So let's back this up. when I'm at Bonnie Franklin. Yeah, she was the lead in One Day at a Time.
Mm.
I think she was the actress who was the lead, right, Charlie? I think that's what you're saying. Wait, let me just. I was trying to do something.
Yeah, I just did something I think might take care of the problem for now.
Okay, so here's the thing. I am a proponent of never talk about something you've never seen, right? Y'all know I hated a certain professor at the University of Vermont where I went to college, hated him. But the one thing I have to give him credit for, he said, never talk about a movie you've never seen. I don't care what you think you know, never do it because you're always going to look like an idiot. And you know what? I have taken that and have done that in my entire life because it's true. Don't talk about a book you've not read. You know, like if you don't know something, don't talk about it. Just don't. All right. And when you guys ask me to watch something, as long as it's within my genre, I'm open to it. But the two of you are like, no, I ain't gonna watch Stargate SG-1. I don't know if I can. Wait.
That wasn't me.
And then you, 911. Oh, don't even try to be all innocent over here, baby, because you were like 911 firemen. So I requested that two people please watch each other's show so we can have a conversation about it. Is that fair?
Yeah.
All right, Cynthia, let's start with you. You watched Stargate SG-1, and Rick and I are huge fans. What did you watch? Did you watch both first episodes or?
No, I just watched the first episode right now.
Of the pilot.
Yeah, the pilot. So at the beginning, I was a little lost at the beginning because I felt like I had to keep checking. I was like, did I start in episode 2? Like, what did I miss? Because they kind of like already started talking about the Stargate and it was already there. And I was like, wait, is there something before this that I'm supposed to watch?
Yeah, you're overthinking it. Overthinking it.
I know. So then when they started talking about how he wrote something and it was a lie, and I was like, oh, okay, now I get it.
Wait, what? Who wrote what?
I don't know the characters' names, but the main guy.
The hot main guy, Richard Dean Anderson, who plays Colonel Jack O'Neill. Okay. He did what? He said, who wrote a lie?
No. They said that he wrote something, but he didn't put the full truth about what he found.
Oh, the report. Yes. He lied about what they did in the movie. He said that, oh yeah, we used the bomb to wipe out everything, but it was a lie.
No, this is the beginning. Okay, right. I'm so sorry. I'm confusion. Okay, go ahead.
So when they started talking about that, I kind of figured, okay, now I get it. So as I'm watching it, I was like, okay, I can kind of get into it. And of course, the graphics is definitely 1990s graphics. So of course, I'm critiquing that.
She texted me, and I'm like, this was 1997. Like, what? I don't know what she thought. I said MacGyver.
I know.
Go ahead.
It was dope for the time.
I started getting into it, and I was just like, okay. And then I got to the end, and I was like, okay, this is why she wants me to watch the second episode, because it kind of left you in a cliffhanger with one of the military guys, getting struck with that little alien thing. So now it's in him.
The little alien thing. The Goa'uld, right, which is the symbiote. Come on, Rick. Don't make me look stupid here, right?
That little hideous snake.
The little snake thing. Which, you know what's so funny? Because I watched the pilot again. Rick did too. We both kind of watched it again just to refresh. And it was so funny. I'm like, I don't think we see the snake that much ever again, except when it comes out of Teal'c's body and stuff once in a while. But they really were graphic in the beginning of it with that thing. Anyways, go ahead. Okay, so you go ahead.
So I will continue to watch it. I will.
Really?
Yeah, it was a little interesting.
Okay,
I gotta say though, I'm not a Trekkie. You know that I love Star Wars, but this was not the sci-fi, and it was a little more interesting in this than I would say in Star Trek, because
it's more your flavor.
Yeah,
it's more your flavor.
More action and stuff like that. So,
and there's more evil in it, which you seem to like, and more darkness. Yeah,
exactly.
It's sci-fi, but in present time instead of way in the future.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Oh,
So you're not against it. You're
I'm
you're
not
gonna watch
against
the
it.
second episode. Well, I mean, I should have said you should watch the first two episodes. I forgot that the pilot is actually two episodes. I
Okay.
just forgot because you kind of have to get through that to know who the team is and how the team comes to be. And then that team then goes through. I told you they go through the Stargate, and I think that's one of the great things about creativity is they created this portal so that they can just create stories. I mean, they can go anywhere and create a new story, a new civilization, although it's always a forest in Canada. You know what I mean? That they land in. But I mean, and that everybody speaks English. All the aliens speak English. Like, it's
Listen.
awesome.
Uh-oh. What's the matter, Tony?
Uh-oh, what's wrong? What's wrong, Tony? Why is he saying, oh boy, guess what? Oh, Melanie, Stargate SG-1, you'd have to Google it and find out. It should be
I think
free.
it's on Hulu. If
Isn't
you
it
have
on
like,
Pluto?
Yes, it's
I
on
think it's
Pluto
on
for free.
Pluto too.
It's on Pluto because Hulu's not free. You have to
Yeah.
pay for Hulu. So it's like Pluto or
Okay, more Tony.
he got the email that you can go on TikTok. That's what he's, my God, why
Oh,
are you messing with us? You just have to go and through the process. It's actually pretty simple. So anyways, okay, so you liked it. Did you like, okay, I thought you might enjoy the scene where they're at the conference room and he first meets Sam. And
Mhm.
she's like, my organs are on the inside, not on
Oh,
the
I love that
outside.
part.
I knew you were right. But she's like, and she has to fight with them, you know? And then he says, he's like, oh God. Yeah, Tony, yay, that's what we're doing. He's announcing it after he's seeing us. Yay.
I didn't get no email though.
He's like, how you just gonna take my shine like that? Because we already in the conversation. We already in the, and we know we can do it. That's how you just saw us. And you announcing it like you just discovered it.
Feel
I
left
don't mean
out.
to take your shine away. I don't mean to take your shine away. I'm sorry. That
FOMO.
was mean.
I got
We so
FOMO.
love you, Tony.
Wait, what did Rick say?
I got FOMO
Why?
because I didn't get no email.
You gonna get it?
Why I didn't get
Whoa.
no email?
You'll get an email. You'll get an email. I think Restream is rolling it out, but even if you get the email, then TikTok has to authorize you. And I
Right.
don't know how they make that decision because I didn't think they were going to authorize me, but they did. So, but it's instantaneously, you'll know. And I think eventually they're all going to do it. It's not like, I think they're just rolling it out little by little. So, but Cynthia, I'm so glad you watched it. And I hope you do watch it because I think it's really good. And you're going to know right away the episodes I like versus the episodes I think you and Rick would like. The ones that are more horrific, dealing with the Goa'uld. The Goa'uld are the ones whose eyes glow. Those
Okay.
are the gods. They're gods. And it's really interesting because they turn around and they do these like analogies, right, with religion and whether you
Mario.
believe in God or not. It's kind of interesting. What?
Hi,
What?
Mario.
Hey,
Hi.
Mario.
It's funny because as I was watching it, I kept like referencing it to other movies and shows. Like with the portal, it kind of reminded me of the movie Thor, how they had that portal.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then the creature coming out of the belly reminded me of the movie Aliens when they're at the diner and the things coming out the stomach. So I kept like referencing other movies and shows. So it was kind of cool.
Well, I mean, I think that's the thing about sci-fi, though, right? They all have kind of look at 2001: Space Odyssey. That's all I need to say. I know you've never seen that movie, but if you saw that movie, you would see where the template comes. It's like the Shakespeare, right? We have Shakespeare as a template for a lot of stories. There's
Yeah.
like 2001: Space Odyssey feels like, So once you see that movie, you start to realize, Mario, I haven't sent you an email because I know, first of all, the times I do, you don't respond. And then I know based on some of the things that I've been hearing and seeing, I don't want to put pressure on you. If you want to come on this show, you need to just let me know. That's how I do it with Joy. That's how I do it with everybody. Like I'm not sending out emails to everyone expecting you to be on the show and then you don't show up. So if that was that meant right there, I'm trying not to pressure you. That's all. That's all that's about. The only people who are forced to be on the show regularly, forced to be on the show regularly, are not even here today. No, I'm just kidding.
You know what I thought
Okay.
was funny too was this is talking about Samantha again. The guy, they were like trying to like test her or whatever, and he's like, "Well, have you ever done this whatever crazy move in an airplane?" And she said, "Yes."
Yes. Yeah.
She's like, and what? You're
Right,
like, what
right,
else?
right. Have you ever done a G4 somersault on the backflip or blah, 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 and then go down there? And she's like, yes, right? It was so good. It was perfect. I knew you would like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
no.
the thing that's really cool, this is just a little, I don't think it's not a spoiler or whatever. You can clearly tell that Colonel Jack O'Neill and Samantha Carter, there's going to be something between them. But let me tell you, it takes like 9 seasons before it's great though. It's like great tension, you know what I mean? But they because of their professionalism, what is it, right? They're professional because they're in the military, they can never get together. And they never do, right? Well, wink, wink. But they don't. But they have all these crazy stories of like dream sequences and they wake up on a different planet and it's like they don't know who they are. And then they still hang out together, but they don't know if they were together. You know which episode I'm talking about, Rick?
There's like alternate timeline ones.
Like,
There's
it's so well
time
done.
travel. There's a whole
There's
bunch of them
double
from different
Samanthas.
timelines come in one. Like, wait, what?
Oh my God.
I mean, they thought of everything.
It's so well done. Melanie just said the only forced ones are the ones we currently see. That's right. That's how it
I don't know
works.
what
That's
you're
right.
talking about. I don't know
Right.
what-
Melanie, you're forced on here to make sure you comment. Don't even try to play it. You know, you're forced here. Number one fan. No. Okay, Rick. Rick went out of his way after bashing the whole fireman thing.
Whoa. Bash.
You were always bashing us because you thought we
I
were
was
only watching.
slightly mocking because firemen come up a lot.
Oh, okay. Semantics. Okay, I'm sorry. Did I use the wrong word?
I think so.
What did you say? Lightly mocking. Tell us what you think. We're listening.
So
You watched the pilot, right?
Yeah, whatever's the first episode, that's what I watched. Yeah, and it's what I thought. It's what I expected. It was, the life of a firefighter, stuff they go through, but then they also had drama also along with it. They had like a couple getting divorced because they found out about something about him. And da-da-da. So I don't spoil it either.
Tony
so
just went live on Twitch. What a bitch.
Really?
Yeah, he totally did. That's what I just got notified. Because he's trying to figure out his TikTok now. He ain't interested in our show. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Rick.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, it was interesting. I'm not going to say it's like, oh my God, I can't wait to see more. But it was interesting.
Wow.
Interesting.
It's the light dig. The light dig. You know what I
It
mean?
was good. It was a good show.
You watched the second and third episode. Would you continue?
Would I? Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm forced.
I started rewatching it again.
I love that show. I think it's so good.
Oh,
Show we're
911.
talking about 911. It's the show starring Angela Bassett and Peter Krause. That is how you say his name. Krause. It's not
And if
Krause.
you look it up, it's 9-9 dash.
It's just
9-1-1. Sorry.
Yeah, it's 911.
Sounds
There's
like
a whole bunch
911
of them,
couldn't
but
find
you
it.
just want to do the original 911 with Angela Bassett and Peter
Mhm.
Krause. Yeah. But the thing that's really cool about 911 is I do like their relationships and all of the people, but it's not really about just firemen. It's about first responders because it's also about the people just as much in the call center. And that's what I felt I learned so much about.
Mhm. I think that was the
Mhm.
very first thing on the show was the woman doing the call center, and she was saying how stressful it was, and sometimes she goes home and she like brings the stuff with her because it's in her mind. Oh my God! And the fact that she doesn't always know what happened because they hang up before she finds out the resolution, which drives me crazy, which makes total sense. I never even thought about that.
Yeah. And same with the firefighters because Buck was always like, well, I want to go in too. And they're like, no, this is where your job ends.
At the glass doors.
Yep.
So they have that rule that when the firemen, I mean, I don't know if this is true everywhere. It's just on the show, but when firemen do their job and they bring and like the unit brings the emergency people to the hospital and the doctors and the nurses take them, the firemen don't go in because their job is done at the glass doors of the hospital. It's kind of cool because then they have to detach and go to the next emergency. And so you learn all these different things. I happened to catch the episode, Cynthia, where remember when, no spoiler alerts, but remember when they take hostage the call center? Remember when that whole thing happens? And it's so weird because there's this huge traumatic thing that happens at the call center. Finally, they get saved. But within 30 seconds of them being saved, all the other call center people who were not, like they're in other places, they had called them in and bust them in to have them come in and start taking emergency calls as there are dead bodies on the ground because they have to keep the city going. And I was like, that's so, like, those little moments, like, oh my God, because that's the main one in this part of town. I thought that was cool. Yeah. What are you looking at? What are you looking at?
Tony wanted me to confirm if he was on TikTok or not. I'm like,
Oh
yes.
my God. He couldn't wait to after the show. Like, he's so weird.
No patience.
He's so weird. That is so cheesy. My God, Lord Jesus. Anyways, are we still on TikTok, Rick? That's fine.
Yes, we are.
So you were, and I know this might be like a boring part of the conversation, not boring, but like a weird part. You kept talking about, and I think this is important to notice. You were like the baby in the toilet, because there's an emergency in the first pilot where a guy calls 911 because he can hear a baby in the wall, and he thinks somebody flushed a child down the pipe, like down the toilet or whatever. And they go in and they rescue this infant born. It was basically a teenager had a baby and flushed it down the toilet. And they go in and try to, but you were shocked that that was even a thing, almost to the point you thought it was unbelievable.
I mean, I can believe it. I thought it was funny though too, because they looked at him like, are you crazy?
Because he was high. He was
like, I'm not high or anything. Well, maybe a little bit.
Right. As he has the bong right there. You know what I mean? It was like, so yeah. So, and then what I text you back or what I emailed you back is like, I'm not surprised by that story. Because Cynthia, I think as another woman, we've heard those horrible stories, especially growing up poor.
I mean, hello, I work in a hospital.
Oh my God, that's so true. And I wasn't even talking about that. I'm talking about like just me growing up as a woman. I've heard these horrible stories. What I thought was unbelievable, which is where I think they might have stretched, right? Because to make the story, the baby was alive. Like,
no, it could still, it could.
I'm sure it could have happened. I'm just saying that's where I thought, like, usually I would think after all that time,
you got to think about it. So when a baby is born, it's in water in your belly.
Hi, Anthony.
So it comes out, it can still kind of breathe in the water. So, you have this water there. They heard the baby crying. That's why when
right, it was believable, I guess.
Yeah. So Hen was like, make sure no one flushes the toilet because then the baby could drown.
Right.
So the baby did stop breathing, but you have really like 20 minutes to get your heart rate going before, they call it. So.
Melanie, this sounds like a new version of emergency. It may be. There's so many. Don't get me started on how many how many firemen shows there are now. Because there's 911 Lone Star. I've been watching Chicago Fire. There's so many of them now. I watched SWAT the other day. I had no idea what that was about. I was like, let me check this out. But I'm not addicted to that. Although I must say, Shemar Moore, Lord, amen. Amen for the beauty that the Lord bestowed on all of us when he made Shemar Moore.
Hey, Diane.
Hi, Diane. Thank you for visiting. Oh, Anthony, a year ago, I only have to wear this till December 30th, and it's so much better. But a year ago, I hurt the back of my hand, and I hit it against the corner of a desk. And I didn't think it was that big of a deal. It felt like I had, when you stub your toe, you're like, oh my God. And then you're fine. That's what I thought I did. But actually, I really did a lot of damage. And so after going to doctors, whatever, I went to physical therapy. I was afraid I'd have to have surgery, but I don't. I have very many of them, but I've been wearing them. The thing is, you don't usually see them because I do this. And so no one ever notices it because it's behind. So I've been wearing it for the past year, basically, or like 8-9 months at least on here. But I had a huge bump right here. It's absolutely down. It's totally down.
Yay.
I know. And the cyst that was up here, it looks like, I mean, you can still see it, but it's still a little bit level. And after December 31st, we're just going to go with it.
All right.
And see how it goes. You know what I mean? I know, I'm so excited, but thank you for asking, Anthony. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, Diana, you talking about the episode?
Oh, the baby probably, yeah.
Oh, it's just an episode on 911. Just an episode on 911. Tell the truth, Carmen. You slapped someone that one.
Anthony said the same thing.
I wish. Who are you? Anthony's like, who are you beating up? I wish. Goodness Lord. Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever really I've beaten up 2 people, but I was a kid. I was under the age of like 11. 15, 11. I can't remember. 26. No, I'm just kidding. No, I really was a kid. I've never hit another person. Last week. It was last week. Yeah. No, I would never hit someone. Have you guys ever beat up anybody or hit anybody?
My brother. That's about it.
Wait. Look at Cynthia. Really? Okay, wait. Your brother doesn't count because that was just sibling fun? Like wrestling, like kids wrestle?
Mostly.
I'm waiting to hear Cynthia. Okay, Cynthia, go ahead.
Oh, no, this is when me and Juan first started dating. And no, it wasn't Juan.
Oh, my God.
I was like, it's about to get juicy.
Like, Juan is her husband. We're all freaking out. What?
Either that or an ex. Let's go.
No, it was a friend that I was living with at the time. Me and her got into an argument, and I was outside her house. She was inside, and she had a screen door. And I'm the type of person, you can scream and yell and do everything in my face, but the minute you touch me, it's a done deal.
Oh no! Okay. She hit you first, then.
Yeah, so she hit me with the door, and so I started bleeding on the side of my eye. So I went into the house. And then she started talking crap about my mom, who had passed away. And that was, I was done.
Okay. Do I know who this person was?
No.
Let me just send this to Mario in case he wants to come on.
Mario said, I chose violence in my late 20s and early 30s.
Mario, I just sent you a text with the link if you want to come on. I don't know if you want to come on, but you're more than welcome to come on. I chose violence. Is that the only person you beat up? Did you beat her up good though?
I think I did.
I just want everyone to know. Everyone thinks Cynthia is so nice and everything, but it's not true. Everyone thinks I'm the mean one up here, right? Like if you guys are thinking about you, like Carmen, man, she's hard. She swears. She's so ghetto. She did this. She hardcore. She blunt. What you see is what you get over here, but over there. Oh, over there. Go ahead.
Oh, there was another one. You know Sammy, our buddy Sammy.
Hey,
Mario. Cynthia's just telling us who else she beat up. Okay, Sammy, go ahead.
So his ex-girlfriend thought I had called her a bitch, which I didn't. And she, again, got in my face, yelling, all this and that. I was just letting her go. And again, she put her hands on me. So I pushed her so hard. You never seen those movies where somebody just flies across the sidewalk, like on their butt, like they slide? She literally did that, and she came out of her shoes. Okay.
Yeah, she says it with a little pride, though. She says it with a little pride. That's weird.
And then we just started fist fighting, and my other friend was in the car watching, and I don't even remember exactly what happened, but he told me that I dragged her from one car to the other. And and then they just kind of broke us up.
Okay.
All right. Today, there have been 10 people with cell phones videoing the whole thing.
I know, right?
Well, I'm just saying, again, I just want everyone to realize I'm actually the nice one. Just throwing that out there. Go ahead, Mario. How you doing? What's up, sir?
I'm fine.
Turn your volume down just a little bit. Cause you hot. I mean, you fine and hot, but I mean, you're hot. Yes. The mic hot is. Can you turn down your volume a little bit?
I can try. Let me see.
I can try to do it here too. Let me see if I can put you. All right, guys, speak now.
Anything.
Oh, wait. He's not talking.
I'm like,
Come on. I'm like, why is he not talking? All right, talk again.
I think I lost you altogether. Hold on.
no, we
Uh-oh.
can hear you.
Oh, he can't hear us.
Oh,
Can you hear us?
can you hear us?
Yeah, clearly not.
Okay, I think I can hear you a little bit. Can you hear me?
No, you can turn it up. Turn it up then. I don't want you to not be able to hear us.
Okay,
Can you hear us now?
I can hear you now.
All right, I'm just gonna turn you down here and see if that works a little bit. Okay, go ahead. How you
Okay.
doing? What's going on?
I'm well. I'm vacationing with my family at my
Nice.
in-laws' house, so I'm not at home.
Oh, I think that's the other reason why you told me you were gonna be leaving. You said
Yeah.
that in an email. So why are
I
you like,
did-
I haven't gotten an email? I'm like,
No, I haven't. No.
Mm.
I have not gotten an email for quite some time, Miss
you
Ma'am.
know what? I'm gonna send you. So this is how organized I am. I'm gonna send you all the emails that you didn't respond to, right?
Hmm.
And so I'm
As you
like, I think
should.
Mara's gonna come on. And then then when I don't send you, you like Charlie. Charlie does the same thing. Like, that's not true. Charlie's actually good. When we see him here, we link him, he comes on. I'm just gonna
No.
blame
Okay.
you.
Okay. In my defense, I'm terrible. Well, not in my defense, but I'm terrible with checking emails. If you want to catch me, get me on IG, and then I'll respond.
Yeah, let me work around your schedule because I'm not busy. But okay, no, I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you. We on every Thursday, every Wednesday. I send the link. You could just be like, you know what? I think Karma's gonna be on tomorrow. Let me let her know I can come on.
Listen,
Listen,
I do all the things. I've had foot surgery. I've
listen,
been doing things.
listen. I saw some stuff on Facebook too, and I was like, okay, he for real. Now I sent you some information, right? I responded to some.
No, and I responded to you. Remember,
I
I
know
said
you
thank
did,
you.
but that's what I'm
Okay,
saying is, so when you want to see something, you see it.
ma'am, don't come for
I
me unless
chose
I send for you
violence,
here. Okay,
violence, violence,
don't come for me unless I
violence.
send for you. Don't do it.
I'm not getting in trouble on this one because I would love to have you on the show on a regular basis, but I can only do what I can do, and I'm
I
trying to be
know.
respectful. So, but you're doing
Listen,
good. You're with family
yes, I'm doing really well
for the holidays.
for the holidays for sure.
And
I'm
can we ask
limping,
what
but
day?
we're doing fine.
Wait, you're limping.
Yeah, I had foot surgery.
Why? What happened?
Well, listen, it's complicated. Since I've
Okay.
been on this weight loss journey, I've been in the gym a lot. So I end up with like ingrown toenails on both feet.
Ooh,
Ah,
So no bueno.
that hurts.
It very
oh.
much so. Yeah.
So you had to have surgery to get that
On
taken
both
care of.
feet.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's
Okay,
fine.
that's just hard. Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
what do they recommend to prevent that in the future? Like get bigger shoes or something like
I get
I don't
manicure
know.
pedicures
But
regularly.
it's for me it's kinda hereditary. My dad had them really bad. So I
But
had the last time I had a really bad one was years ago when I was a kid.
Mhm.
But I hadn't had any. But now I've been, like I said, I've been in the gym so much. I guess.
but
Yeah.
shouldn't you maybe go and get a pedicure like once every couple weeks?
You know what? That would be
No,
smart.
no, I'm just saying that's
No. I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
yeah. Because that I also have that inclination.
Yeah.
Or I was told I did years and years ago, and I was like, well, I guess that's what. Then every week I got to get a pedicure, so I don't go every week. I don't
Yeah.
go every week, but I was like, that's all I needed, an excuse. You know what I mean? Like,
Like say
but
less.
yeah. So, okay, but I'm glad you're doing okay, and I'm glad it's only that. I know that doesn't
Yeah.
seem like for you, but it's not like something else. You know what I
No.
mean? Um, so, have you ever seen Stargate SG-1? We're just
I did,
curious.
but I don't like it.
Okay, don't say that because Cynthia's not going to watch it if you don't like it. So don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was great. It was wonderful.
Did you watch? I know you watched 911. I know you
Oh,
did.
that's my jam.
See,
I'm all in.
see.
I watched 911, 911 Lone Star. I've been in
I don't like
since
Lone
day
Star.
one, A1 day one.
Yeah. Do
And
you watch Chicago
and
Fire?
I used to. We were on this, but we watched all of them. We would do Fire, Med, and PD.
Oh
So
yeah.
and like especially when we were so deep in it, we were ready for the crossovers. So like
Right. They had all the crossovers. Right.
yeah,
Right.
but I think we checked out about 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, because Chicago Fire lost so many people who are critical to the show. Like the
Yeah.
minute Jess left, is that his name? Jess, the guy who,
Mhm.
by the way, here's the other thing I hate about these shows. I'm just gonna say something. When you watch any interviews with people, because if you love a show, you start and you find out like half the cast is British. You're like,
Yeah. Mhm. Well, that's just like Buck. Buck
yeah,
is
Buck is British. It's so
no,
weird.
he's Australian.
Australian.
Mm.
Okay, I just
Mhm.
mean they're not American. They don't have
No.
they do
Mm-mm.
American accents and mannerisms so perfectly that you don't know in your stuff. So I loved I think his name was Jess, was on Chicago Fire. And the minute he left, I was done. I was like,
Yeah.
it's done.
I'm also I'm a big FBI show. I love all the FBI's.
I don't
Um
know what the FBI's are. Is that like SWAT? No, SWAT is
no,
different.
no. Okay.
Isn't
So,
SWAT with Shamar Moore? Yeah, because I just
yeah,
watched that the other
but
day.
FBI is on they're on Paramount Plus or CBS. They have it's FBI Most Wanted, and FBI International. So it's just like the Chicago's. No, it's just like the
Mhm.
Chicago's, but it's really good and it's a Dick
Mhm.
Wolf show. So the people you miss from Chicago Fire are
There
over on
are no
FBI.
shows. Oh,
Yeah,
that's so weird. Oh
yeah,
no. And you know
yeah.
what's so weird? In real life, I hate all law enforcement. And yet on my TV shows, I'm like, oh, these are
That's
the
my
good guys.
jam.
That's the
Yeah,
gym because they're the good guys. Anthony just said, I love Stargate SG-1 and all the TV shows based on it. I have all of them on DVD and Blu-ray. I know, right?
Wow.
Melanie said, I will look for both of those shows and watch them.
Yes.
I am so glad that I think you might like 911. I don't know if you're a sci-fi person, but Stargate SG-1 is, Rick and mine's kind of favorite. Well, Rick, I wouldn't say it's your favorite. What's your list of sci-fi stuffage?
I mean, if I had to pick just one,
We know it's Star Trek Next Generation. We know that. After that, which one is it?
after that, so many. I mean, SG-1's up there. You didn't like the new Battlestar Galactica. I loved it.
BSG. I
That's a good
watched it all, but it's not my
Mhm.
thing. It's not my jam.
Yeah, I love
It's too dark. Cynthia would love that. Cynthia would
Yeah.
love that. Yes, she would.
She probably
Which
would.
one?
BSG,
new
Battlestar Galactica, the new one.
Okay.
Not the new one. Well, it's not new anymore. It's like 10 years old. But with Edward
Really?
James
20?
Olmos. With
Oh.
Edward James Olmos. Yeah. Did you ever see that, Mario?
which one? Battlestar. I watched it back in the 80s. The
No,
the
no,
OG
No,
one.
no. Nobody liked that one. I mean, you did.
Yeah, that's the only one I saw. And then I'm with more like with Cynthia. I'm in the Star Wars jam. All of those.
Yeah.
I'm
It was
there.
great having you both on the show. Rick and I are going to go over
Let us
here
have
and
a
have our
split.
conversation. Right? If I had like a thing that moved it over,
Star
like,
Wars up and down. Star Wars on the side.
request Reese. I need like a curtain that just blocks people
That's all
out.
right. Star Wars on the side. Just,
I have a
No.
question.
There we go. Right
just do
there.
it just like that. Star Wars is like here, right here.
Okay,
Ask a
Rick
question?
My
has a
jam.
question.
How much more likely would you try a new show because there's one person on there that you really, really love? Even if the show's like, that's just not my genre.
I've done that in the
because of
past,
that
and then I'm
person.
like, "Oh, this is trash. I'm turning it off." You have to get me in the first. You got 10 minutes, and then I'm out.
Okay, but that's exactly how Cynthia got me to watch 911 because she said, I'm not gonna watch no cop show or no fireman show. I mean, I love firemen, but not like that. But
Yeah.
Angela, all you had to say was I had no idea. Angela Bassett. I was like, I'll watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
But Mario,
Amazing.
as a black man, you understand what I'm about to say. Why are her wigs so bad on that show? Mario?
Yes.
And she's the EP. That's the bad thing. So that's a choice.
That's a choice. And I know she's probably like, I want to be as realistic as possible as a black cop. I'm like, there is no black woman cop.
Okay, but wait.
Ugly wig.
Shout out to the Tina Turner tribute in that most recent episode. I screamed. I'm like, that's the Tina Turner wig for when she beat Ike's ass. That was perfect.
So true.
That was a specific wig. That was the Tina Turner. That's when she beat Ike's ass wig. That was the good wig. So
Dude, she's too funny. You're right. I thought the same thing. Oh, Anthony just said Cynthia would like Eureka and Warehouse 13. Oh, Eureka. She would not like Eureka. Eureka is one of my favorite
I
shows.
like that too.
I love Eureka. Let me tell you what. You've never. Oh, I don't. Again, Rick. We're gonna have our own show, baby, because these people. Mar, have you ever heard of Eureka?
I have.
Okay,
I have.
the thing about Eureka, it's more like it's bubblegum sci-fi, which is a term I've made up. I just want to clear that up because someone's going to steal that and make it like a thing. It's like Star Trek Next Generation. It's very clean, very joyful, very
Yeah.
it's so good though, but it's a really fun show, and it's about all of these really brainy, smart people who live in this town.
Yeah.
And
It's easy watching though.
it's easy watching, and
It's easy watching.
and I think it's only like 6 seasons. They didn't last that
Yeah.
long.
It's easy. It's like Cynthia, you were like, okay, I can dig this. It's easy watching.
But I
It's
don't
not
think
future either. It's present day.
No.
it's
You don't have
present
to-
day. It's present
Yeah.
day, and it's all about these incredible scientists, and they live together in this town, and all of these things happen because they're creating things. And what's really weird is when they create these things, you realize it's like, oh my God, that's actually what we're dealing with now.
Yeah.
Did they really do that? You know what I mean? Like it starts to freak you out a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah.
Warehouse 13 was an offshoot of Eureka. I didn't like Warehouse 13 too much.
I loved it.
Yeah, I didn't love it.
I almost cried when it was ending. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I loved
Oh,
it.
in Eureka, there's a hot guy on there. That's why I kept watching it. I just want to throw that out there. I forget his name.
He was just hot. So
Cynthia is good. We are women. She gonna understand what I'm saying when she sees it. She married, but she ain't dead. Shoot, gotta give people incentive to watch things. Okay, you gotta give incentive. Warehouse 13 was a little bit different. What was it about? They
kept finding artifacts that
Right.
actually were like evil, but they were scattered all over the earth. So their job was to try to find them and keep them in the warehouse so people would be safe, because a lot of them you could end up dead from this stuff. Sometimes it got a little scary, even not
It
like
did get
horror. But
I think she might like Warehouse 13 more than Eureka, but Eureka's really easy viewing. That's very true. It's like Star Trek
it's
Next
easy.
Generation, very easy. Yeah. Whereas Star Wars is like deep, negative, bad.
It is
evil,
not deep and negative. It's
evilness.
just it's good versus evil.
It's in a
simple as that.
horrific, dark world.
It is not. There are beautiful worlds
Like
intact.
we live it now.
Really.
I don't hate Star Wars. It's just not my first one. I've watched Star Wars. I don't need to watch no, not Colin Ferguson. Okay, Anthony's asking, am I talking about Colin Ferguson? He's the lead in it. Anthony, do you not know me, my type of man yet? No, just kidding. He is the doctor who's married to the black woman, and I forget her name, and she is a beautiful actress, and I can't remember her name. I can't remember. But you know who I'm talking about. He ends up dying on the show. Spoiler alert.
spoiler.
The hot guy, but he dies later, and then he comes back because it's an experiment. It's, you know what I mean? It's one of those things. I forget his name, but if you said his name, I can see him.
Just telling it all.
Wait, here's the thing. There's an
Just
episode
telling
that
it
for
all.
some reason, I don't even remember. For some reason, he ends up like naked. I don't remember,
But she remembers the nudity. See,
Right.
look at the Carmen.
Because I forget the face. Just looking at
Can't forget the face, but I remember the body. Right?
I have to tell another part of the story. So when this show was out, I was watching it while it was out, right? So this was back in, I don't know, way back. It wasn't like we had DVR and all that other stuff, right? So we're watching it. Yes, Ed Quinn. That man is so fine. Okay, so I was working at the time in Hollywood, and I would have to drive by this place, and then because I couldn't go into the property, I had to park in a different place, and it was always near this like Equinox, or I don't know, some gym. It wasn't Equinox, but a gym. So I would park over there because I knew it'd be free parking, my car would be safe, whatever, and then I'd walk up to where I had to go work. And I went there, and one day he came out of the gym, and I was like, and I'm never starstruck, but I was like I just stopped, and I was like, that man is so fine. I could not believe. I didn't say it out loud, but I stopped.
Was it because you remembered his naked body? Is that why it was?
I wish I could pull up a picture and put it up here because you would see what I'm talking about. Here, the man is fine. Yes, he played Dr. Nathan Stark. Exactly. Thank you, Anthony. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could pull up a picture, but that'd be a little bit weird. Ed Quinn is the actor. That's a little weird. It's a little bit too much. Ooh, but that's a beautiful man right there. And Shemar Moore. I think Shemar Moore, though, which is fine if he is gay, but he's so good looking. He's too pretty sometimes.
Is he? I don't think he is. He has a partner now and a child, so I don't think so.
That don't mean nothing. But here's what I'm saying: like that don't mean nothing. And I don't care. It's not like if he wasn't, I'd have a shot. But the thing about Shemar Moore is
out there,
I didn't say none of that, Shemar. I'm not confirming or denying no rumors. That ain't none of my business. That's your business, man.
I'm just talking about how he's gotten too. Do you know what I mean? He's gotten overly pretty. So there's this weird thing like where men get a little bit over, like if it takes more, I know it takes more time for Shemar Moore to get ready in the morning than it does me. That's all I'm saying. That's how I'm gonna put it. Okay. That's how I'm gonna put it. And that to me, like, so I tried to watch SWAT and I was like, the love is low, like it's gone now. I can't.
He's one of those guys that.
Wait, what's his name? Okay, the guy who plays Buck's boyfriend.
Anthony Schwarzenegger. I'm sorry.
The guy who plays Buck's boyfriend on 911.
Oh yeah, he's
on SWAT.
Jr.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is Lou Ferrigno Jr.
Yeah. What, Rick? Why are you putting this up here? I have to show everybody who Ed Quinn is. Jesus, that's Ed Quinn.
Oh yeah.
He is fine. Okay,
yeah, he is.
By the way, that's a bad picture of him. Okay, that's a bad picture of him. Thank you, Rick.
Still looks good there.
Isn't he pretty? That boy is pretty.
Those eyes. Speaking
of pretty, have you guys all watched the Superman trailer? Let's talk about it. Have you all seen it?
I have not. I only saw the teaser trailer. I haven't seen the whole thing yet. I mean, this is the 8th Superman.
The 95th Superman. Okay, the name of the actor. Oh, wait. Melanie just said the original SWAT rocked. There was an original SWAT?
Yeah, back in the 70s and 80s. Yeah.
I didn't watch that one. Would I know it?
Yeah, I did. That's the one I remember. I even remember the theme song. It's still in my head right now.
You gonna sing it? Go ahead, sing it.
No, there was this music. It would go da-da-da, da-da-da.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's the same song. Yeah, I know it.
That's
Rick,
SWAT.
you don't know the SWAT song? I mean the SWAT show, the original?
I haven't watched it.
If I remember the theme song, you remember the theme song. That means you saw it.
Yeah, I did. I probably did. I just don't remember it. It probably could have been like it. Rick is doing other stuff today. I can totally tell. Are you on Tony's show right now?
No, I was trying to see if I could see this Ed Quinn a better picture.
He's trying to find you the naked Ed Quinn picture.
I don't need a better picture of Ed Quinn. We're good.
Karen was like, "Oh, he naked? Where's the pause button?"
I know. We don't need another picture of Ed Quinn. Okay. So the new actor for the new Superman is David Corenswet. Is that how you say his name? Corenswet.
Corenswet?
Corenswet.
Oh, I thought you said corn sweat. I'm like, corn sweats?
I'm going to tell you, Rick, why don't you tell us, because I was surprised about what you text me. What did you think of the trailer?
I was fearful because I did see Creature Commandos, which is supposed to be like the actual beginning of the new version of DC. And I was like, what is this? Like, this is how y'all gonna start the DCU now? What? But then I saw this trailer and I was like, oh, okay. This is much better than I thought it was gonna be. I thought they tried to put a little bit too much in there. Like a lot of characters are in there. I'm like, a lot of people don't know who these people are. So this is the first trailer. Like you stuff too much in there. But yeah, you got to see that the guy definitely did a good job acting it. You kind of felt like, you know how we all thought Christopher Reeve. Pause. I just saw the Superman Christopher Reeve stuff.
Yes, the documentary.
You gotta have tissues.
It's so.
OMG.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
If you don't have tissues, you're in trouble. It was like, wow.
Yeah.
But when you watch this guy, I'm like, okay, he's taking it serious as Christopher Reeve, in my opinion. He's really taking it seriously. He's doing a good job. It feels like Superman, although, you know, some people that, yeah, you kind of like Superman, but you don't feel like it really, really to me. But so
How
far
did
so
you
good.
feel, how did you feel about Henry Cavill? Cavill.
I think he
Cavill.
did a good job. I enjoyed his interpretation, but did it feel like Superman that I knew growing up? A little darker.
Also, another British man, another
Mhm.
English person, and I never knew that until I saw an interview, and I was like, "What?" Like, yeah. So you
I was
weren't a
actually
big Henry Cavill Superman. You weren't loving it.
I thought I did good. I thought it was a decent interpretation, but like I said, it wasn't the Superman I'm used to growing up. Superman I grew up was like does no wrong. Da, da, da. He's not dark at all. He's always very, gotta do the right thing. Apple pie, American, da, 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 But
yeah.
Cavill was a little bit like,
Well,
kind of mean.
that's Zack Snyder's interpretation of it. So it really
Mm-hmm.
wasn't Henry Cavill. It was Zack Snyder, the director's writing
Mm-hmm.
and interpretation of it, because he also had to do the Justice League, which in turn went into what was the one with the Rock, Black Adam.
Oh, Black Adam,
Oh,
yeah.
I
And
hated that.
so I mean it's all of Zack Snyder's universe. Now we're going back into James Gunn's universe and his whole thing, because for people who don't know, James Gunn did Guardians of the Galaxy and all of those movies. So his ideas are just a little more shifted, I guess,
Mhm, mhm.
creatively, and some of his stuff is fun and some of it I don't enjoy. So we'll see how this goes.
Right. Cynthia, your thoughts? Oh, before you start, let me just read what Anthony wrote. Anthony wrote another great show you'd like if you like Warehouse 13 is The Librarians. Actually, I
Oh
know The
yeah.
Librarians very well. It used to be on TNT and starred Rebecca
Mm-hmm.
Romaine, Noah Wiley. Oh, I love Noah Wiley. That's right. And John Larroquette. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Melanie said, I remember the TV show Superman. Okay, Cynthia, your thoughts.
I've never been a Superman or DC Comics fan. So when I saw the trailer, I was like, that's okay. The whole super dog, I don't know. I don't know about
Crypto. His name is Crypto.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. Here's where they messed up. If later on they show that Crypto can fly like he does in every other iteration of the show, and he just ran through the snow fast in the stupid trailer, what was that?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Well, we don't know yet. We don't know, but like we don't know what the story is. But okay, but Cynthia, you're saying just in general that just fell off for you.
Yeah. Yeah. And like you said, Rick, they did show a lot of characters, and it was almost
A
like
lot.
too much. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
I
like
mean,
think
I knew who they were.
trailers in general are just. I talked about this in a podcast I did. There used to be an art form where people were able to make a trailer and you were intrigued by it, but you didn't know the whole story, and it was like
Mm.
90 seconds long. You know what I mean? It wasn't like 17 minutes and it wasn't like the whole story. And that art form, I don't know where it went, but I have yet to watch a trailer that has made me be like, oh my God, I need to see this movie. I only go see a movie because of word of mouth or people talking about it. But usually the trailers, I'm like, all right, enough already. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, enough. Yeah.
Or what's the most annoying thing is when they've literally showed you the best parts in the trailer.
Yes.
What are you
Yeah.
doing?
Or they'll show you something that's in the trailer that's not in the movie.
Oh
That
yeah.
Nothing.
pisses me
That's
off.
happened a lot.
Why do they do that?
That pisses me off because I'm like, wait a minute, didn't they show this in the trailer? I'm looking for this scene. Where is it
This
at?
moment, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's a weird. I used to think that was a cool thing to watch these little snippets of movies and be intrigued, but now I just get annoyed by it. I hate watching trailers that are that long. I'm going to be honest with you. I honestly don't care for DC comics at all. But when I was younger, I went and saw Superman 1 19 times. I
Mm.
saw it over and over and over again. I used to sneak into the movie theaters when I cut school or after school, and I would just sit there. And you could do that back then. I'm not advocating anybody to do that, but it was also like a place to be. But I loved that movie, and I loved Christopher Reeve. Like I really believed him, and it was sad what happened to him, and that whole document. I don't want to go there, but I just and then his son is so beautiful. Like his son is actuals. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I know. Okay. Anyway, that's a whole other issue. Okay. And then this, then Dana, you know what I mean? Like, it's just all, everyone should watch the documentary. But anyways, Superman, the original, to me was just so, it embedded in my heart that it's hard for any of them to kind of master it for me. And every time a new Superman comes up, I'm like, yep, nope. Like, I come to it with a bias.
I feel like that with Batman. Like, I feel Michael Keaton was the only best Batman.
Agreed.
And all
I will say though, I did like the other one. Who's the one?
Not Dark Knight. Please don't tell me Dark Knight.
No, what's his name?
Please don't say that.
They had Val Kilmer.
Christian Bale.
Oh yeah. Okay. What I liked about Christian Bale though was that, like, he scared me because it really was dark.
Yeah.
It was like, he scared me. And he's a nice man. You know what I mean? It was like, what's happening here? You know what I mean? Like,
as far as the Joker, I mean, Jack Nicholson,
hands down.
love him, hands down. But Heath Ledger, he did do a very good job.
Yeah, he did.
I'm sorry, I love Joaquin Phoenix, but I did not like him as the Joker.
I need you to talk into your mic or whatever, because you've gotten really low. I don't know what happened, Cynthia. Have you guys noticed she's gotten very low? I'm gonna put you up more.
Is it Margot that played Lois Lane in the original? Margot? No, not Margot. What's her name? Actress.
Lois Lane. Margot Kidder.
Kidder, yeah. It still cracks me up when he grabs her when she's falling. Don't worry, ma'am, I've got you. You got me. Who got you?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Still cracks me up.
Cynthia, I don't know why your volume's gone down. It's okay. I'm not going to say it again. It's just, we're having like this great conversation. I hate in the editing when I have to like just mute you because I can't fix you. Adam West is Batman. Okay. Melanie's like, she is putting us down with that statement. That's TV. Adam West was the original first Batman. And
1966. I got you.
We can't even fight with you, Melanie. She's like, Adam West is Batman.
Period.
She's not like, I think I like Adam West better. No, Adam West is Batman.
Eartha Kitt is Catwoman.
Every Catwoman on that show I loved.
Every Catwoman what?
Julie Newmar and Eartha Kitt were both great Catwomen.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know more than I do. See, I don't know anything. The only thing I know about DC Comics, I'll be honest with you, is when I used to watch the Super Friends, the cartoon. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give you that. The Justice
Wonder
League.
Twins unite. They were my
Wonder
favorite.
Twin powers activate. Form of a bucket of water.
American Eagle. Gleek, grab the bucket. We gonna fly. Let's go.
It's true though. They would do that in form.
Form of a cheetah. Bucket of water.
Oh, that was so fun though.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's doable. Go ahead.
Speaking of bucket of water, Rick, did you watch Wicked?
Yes.
Okay. I forgot. Go ahead. We
You're
get
out
into
of
the movie
sync
world
now.
now. Go ahead.
You're out of sync now, Cynthia. I don't know. It's gonna bother anybody.
Yeah, I don't know what to do I don't know what to do though. Wait 1 second. I'm gonna put her back on. Let's see. I don't think that's gonna help anything, but Cynthia, say something.
Can you hear me?
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, it's better now.
Okay.
That's weird, right? Okay, Rick. Rick was the only one who hadn't seen Wicked, so I know. Look at Mario. Go ahead, Rick. Let us know.
Your pearls.
Shock and awe.
What would
Shock
you like
and
to
awe.
know? What would you like to know?
Your thoughts. What did you think?
Wow.
Did you love it? Did you hate it?
You know what I liked? So this is gonna take you back. So long years ago, I was with these online friends, and we were like, let's make a story. And then be like, you'd write a couple sentences, the next person write a couple sentences, and the next person write a but you got to make sure it stays coherent. And these people were like, y'all just made a mess. Like, this is supposed to be one story. So somehow I pulled everything they did, which was all not even related, and made it make sense. I was so stinking proud of myself. But to do what he did, to take a classic known story that everybody knows and create this ginormous backstory that completely makes sense, that you almost think like, yeah, this is how it was in 19 whenever this was created. Like, it was totally believable. Like, yeah, this is what happened. We just didn't know yet. So I thought that was really good.
So you're complimenting the author of the second book, but how did you like the movie?
Okay, it was not all singing like people kept telling me. There was a lot of
No.
talking.
See,
There was a lot of
told
talking.
you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, it
know.
was
It's
a
a
lot of singing.
movie. It's a true die. It's a
And so,
movie.
yeah, like, if it was totally singing, I'm not gonna lie, that would probably annoy me. But it never really pulled me out, when people start singing, because that will happen sometimes if it's too much. Um, and obviously everybody's singing without point was beautiful, well done, blah blah blah. Yeah, I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed what what's her name now?
Cynthia
Cynthia.
Erivo.
Huh?
Cynthia Erivo.
No. In the movie,
Ariana Grande.
no. Yeah, Alphabet. I couldn't think of it. Like her
Well, her real
journey.
name is Cynthia.
Cynthia
Yeah, but
Erivo.
we talking
Yeah.
about the movie, so I'm saying in the movie.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Alphabet.
Um,
Sorry. My
Okay.
bad.
yeah.
My faux
So I
pas.
liked her journey, and I felt bad for her that her father kind of rejected her, and I was like, that sucks. It's not her fault. She was born green, whatever, But yeah, no,
You
I
know
think
who
in
her
the end,
father is? Okay, spoiler. I won't say it.
No,
Never mind.
no
Okay. All
spoilers.
right. Okay. Never mind. Go ahead.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And that's fun when they do encounter each other. He was like, "Oh, it's you," and she's still like, I don't know who you are." But no, I thought in the end it was a good story, and
Do
I'm
you
like,
understand
"Oh,
why it's such a big deal, though? Like why everybody loves it?
why?"
No, I'm asking you. Could you? Because you're talking about it very technically and stale. So I'm like, I feel like you're forcing yourself to say you liked it, but maybe
If
it's
you
not
didn't
your.
like it, you
Like
can say
you
you don't
wouldn't
like
watch
it.
it again. You wouldn't go watch it in the movie theater and watch it again. That's okay.
I didn't mind watching it again. I thought it was
Or
a good
would you?
story.
Were you invested enough to be willing to go see part 2? That's
Oh
the
yeah, as
better
soon as it
question.
was over, I was like, "Wait, this is only part one. Wait,
Yeah.
there's more. Where's the rest?"
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mario, you
Yeah.
hated it. I could tell you hated
For me, it was trash.
it.
Garbage. Ugh.
I think you
No,
went
like
opening night, right? Did you go when you went
no,
right?
we
At the
went
beginning?
we went before opening night.
Right.
So like I went with the girls. So
Mhm.
of course they were next to me crying and
Oh, that's so
um
funny.
well yeah, because for them both Marissa and Alma are both empaths. So and then they also related it to themselves as far as minorities and what we as minorities go through in society, being pointed out, being, ostracized, being seen as less than or not worthy of. So they were on a different type of empathetic journey with
Mhm.
it. So yeah. Um, and then at the end, when they were saying when she's saying defying gravity, they
Mm,
were just, that whole thing was just amazing for them. So I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed taking the ride with them, and I enjoyed the ride myself. There
mhm.
was some really great scenes,
Jonathan
and
Bailey was
yeah,
phenomenal.
he was
That was his
great.
name
And
playing.
he's
Yeah.
and he did all of those. There were no stunts with
Yeah.
those books and stuff. He did all of that himself.
He
So
was
I mean,
amazing. Yeah.
yeah, he was amazing.
Yeah. Cynthia, you also
You know I
hated it. This is quintessential for you, like what you love.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
And then when they did the flowers, I was like, "Oh,
Poppies.
the flowers!" Oh.
Yeah, there were a
Yeah.
lot of Easter eggs if you caught them, if you were paying attention.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There were a lot of Easter eggs. Like even at the beginning, when you see Dorothy and
Walking on the
then
yellow brick
walking
road
on and the poppies, you
to
get
Wizard.
you get the where the idea or where the poppies come in later on. You understand
Mm.
why they were there. It's just the shoes.
Let's just give
Dorothy's
some
shoes were
love
there.
to John Chu, right? The director who is
Yeah,
just, just an incredible
yeah,
feat that he was able to create and
yeah.
masterful. I find it weird that anyone, if he doesn't win Best Director, it's just going to be weird. Not that
The
it would
nomination
matter,
should
but
be
it does.
enormous this year for
Yeah.
sure.
He was just everything that he was able to pull together and make this magical place is just an incredible thing. So yeah, I loved
And
it
the
too.
train and the wizard were not CGI.
Yeah, no, nothing was CGI.
No.
They actually planted all of those, I think, people get so afraid of AI, and I know not in my lifetime, I don't think AI is ever going to be able to take over the creativity of an individual human being. It will assist us, but I don't think, like, CGI is great, but CGI could not create what you saw on screen, not in that way. It's
Not in that
so
way.
much more tangible. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like
It's richer.
What about the monkeys? When the monkeys changed, I'm not gonna spoil it. That's not
when they
CGI.
get wings,
Okay,
when
you
they
said
get wings or whatever.
that's
What,
not
Well,
CGI.
what
everybody
did
knows
I
about flying
spoil? I
monkeys.
mean, I'm not
Yeah.
spoiling anything.
Ah,
I don't know every single technical thing, but when you watch any of the interviews, like, and you watch, and you can say they made every area an actual place so that they can
Yeah.
walk into it, so that they weren't working with a green screen, which is usually what
No.
actors are doing. Like, I love Marvel, but all of that is CGI. You know what I mean? Like, all of them are working in front of green screen. I'm not saying all of it, but most of it, you know?
mhm.
And you can tell I'm not saying you can tell the difference, but you can feel the difference because actors work differently. I don't care how
Mhm.
great you are. You could be Meryl Streep, and I love Meryl Streep or Viola Davis. These are the two greatest actresses of our time, I think. These two women working in front of a green screen and working in front of a real live set are probably the only two people I think that could probably pull it off and not flinch. But I think
Yeah.
it changes you as an actor when you are actually interacting with an actual place, you know? But you know, I'm
That's
no
what
beast. What do I know?
the actresses on Agatha All Along, because that they wanted purposely no CGI. They want everything to be real, real.
Mhm.
And they're like, "This is so cool that we're actually walking in this place. It's not you have to
Yeah.
pretend something's there. It's actually there." And they loved it.
Yeah. It's tangible.
Yeah, it
And it gives
changes.
the actors more to work with too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I think that's why I love theater too, because when you're in theater, when you're doing a scene on stage, you're physically there. You know what I mean? It's not about the camera angle or whatever. You're physically in the space. And I've always told you guys this. I know that other, you know, more brilliant people who know about acting would disagree with me, but there is a difference between theater acting and television and film acting. I'm not
100%.
saying one is better than the other. I'm just saying there is a difference. And the reason why I suck in front of a television camera being an actor, I can't be that fresh 20 times on the same scene over and over and over again. And people who can do that are why they're working as actors on television. Because you don't just film something once on television, you film it like 5 or 6 times because they have to do
Or
different
more.
angles.
Yeah.
They have to do your point of view, my point of view. They have to do the camera behind you looking over there, and then they slice all that up. That's a
Yeah.
different kind of acting, and I admit it. I know my strengths, and that was not one of them.
That wasn't your
Sadly for
ministry,
the
as they
acting
say.
world, sadly for television and film, I will not be an actor in some great movie. Okay, I'm sorry.
The
Unless
theater
I
is
can ad-lib it, you know what I mean? Unless I can just do it.
theater is one take.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
it.
that's it. One and done.
I mean, you rehearse it over and over and
Right.
over again, but at the end of the day, when that curtain comes up,
That's it.
it's on point. And you
Oh.
got it. It's so. Oh, go ahead. What? Go ahead,
I
Mario.
gotta say one more thing. Just to let you know, Rick, I don't know if you're aware of this, but when she's singing Defying Gravity, she's in a
Mhm.
harness and she's
Yep.
actually flying
Singing
while
live.
she's singing live.
Singing.
Do you understand how hard that is?
Mm.
So,
And what was
like,
so cute was Jonathan Bailey actually said that, like, they asked him, what was your favorite part of working on this movie? And without skipping a beat, he said, watching Cynthia in a harness. And she,
singing.
oh, yeah. And there was another part too that he talked about where because they had built the thing, there were birds that were in the like the roof or whatever were like stuck in there. And whenever she would sing, they would sing.
Yeah,
Wow.
Wow.
yeah.
Gave me chills. Yeah, I'll find that interview and I'll send it to you guys. It's so it's
Mhm.
amazing.
So yeah.
They had a similar thing on Agatha All Along too, where they flew on brooms, and they all said like, "Oh my god, that was so fun."
Have any of us watched this show? No.
Yeah, Agatha All Along.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
Agatha Heart. Yeah,
Cynthia, did you?
absolutely.
No, I haven't watched it
It's a
yet.
Marvel, of course. It's Marvel.
Yeah, no, I love Marvel, but I'm done. I'm done with Marvel. I need a break. I need like a 10-year break, and then I'll come back. Yeah. It's
Well,
just too
I'm
much.
already excited for Ironheart. It's a black woman leading the show. So I'm already there.
I'm excited because Denzel Washington slipped about Black Panther 3. So
You know, he got in trouble for that, right?
he got a show. He apologized, but it's Denzel Washington. I mean, he can.
Did they say what he's gonna be?
No, well, they're alluding to
I don't know.
Yeah, they alluded to it already. It's out there.
It's out there,
Um,
but he had to apologize because he talked about it, and no one had
yeah,
talked about it yet.
it was supposed to be a surprise.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
But it's Denzel, so
He's like,
it's so cute.
it's Denzel. I'm 70 years old. I'm gonna say what the hell I'm gonna say.
That's right.
Mhm.
Anthony said I didn't much care for Agatha all along. Interesting. Yeah,
That's okay.
I've never seen it, so since it's my show, we're not going to talk about it.
Slow burn.
Look at me, I'm like,
Yeah, it's a very slow burn.
yeah.
But when you get to episode 7, Patty LaPone's episode, whoo,
Yeah, she's amazing.
She's in it. Oh yeah,
Yes.
I love her. I love her. I'm still not going to watch it, but I love her. Theater queen. Come on.
She's
Mhm.
amazing.
All right.
And she
anything else
sang
you
in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just tired. Isn't Agatha all along from the original? What was the?
It's from WandaVision.
Yeah, and I didn't even love WandaVision. I struggled through that. I know y'all gonna be upset. I struggled through watching that whole thing, and I know. I'm sorry. The only Disney, I'm not gonna say Disney, but the only shows I've loved that I would watch again after
Loki.
the Marvel movies was like Loki. There was two. There was
Yeah.
another one too. The one with Hawkeye. I liked that one.
Which one?
The show with Hawkeye on it. What he had a TV.
Hawkeye, wasn't it?
What is
Hawkeye, you mean?
It was
it?
called
It said
Jeremy
Hawkeye.
Renner?
Yeah.
Because you've been saying hot guys all day, so I
I
wasn't
didn't
sure.
say Hawkeye. I said Hawkeye. Oh my
I
God.
wasn't
Hot
sure.
guy. Yeah, you know Hot Guy.
A hot guy. I'm like,
You
which
guys
one?
haven't even remembered it. I forget what it was, but I liked that one.
Hawkeye. That's the name of the show.
Yeah, and then, but those are like the only two, Loki and that, and then there was one more I think that I kind of liked.
Yeah, my brain is blanking out. There's another really good one.
It was just too many. It was just too many. Like I didn't like the Hulk one, the She-Hulk. What was she? I don't know what
No,
that
that wasn't that great.
That wasn't good.
No.
And I
that
tried.
wasn't-
I tried to go through them all, and I'm like, you know what? We need a break. We need a break, is what happened.
Well, sorry, Captain America is coming out. Anthony Mackie's the new Captain
I know, but I
America.
have to watch that because I got to support. I got to support him. So we'll go.
Okay. And then
No, but doesn't mean I have to
Ironheart
like it. Doesn't mean I have to like it.
will suffer, okay? Suffer.
Wow.
You're gonna
It was
watch
nice
it.
having you on the show, Mario. Hopefully, we'll have you back in 2026. Thank
No,
you.
not that Hawkeye. No, he said Hawkeye from
Hawkeye
now.
from MASH. I love Melanie because Melanie just shows us her age. Like Hawkeye from MASH.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not familiar with that show.
Mhm.
You're being funny. Everybody knows
Mhm.
MASH. That was one of the greatest shows ever.
I don't know that show. That's
Oh my God, because you're so young.
yes.
You look at all you have to do is be part of Hollywood. MASH was one of the best shows ever
I
made.
know,
And the
I know what
ending,
MASH is.
one of the best closing endings of all time of a TV show was MASH.
Hot Lips, Houlihan, all of those people. I
Yeah,
know.
yeah. And I loved Hawkeye. He was also good looking. Hot guy, right? Like, I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh my
Are we still on
gosh.
TikTok? That's so weird that we would last this long. Does it let us go that long?
Let me check.
Oh, I've watched
Um,
live TikTok for 3 hours one time.
Really? So it goes that long?
Oh yeah.
Mm.
I have no idea how to tell. I can't watch myself, I guess. Anyways, are you able to see, Rick?
Okay. I'm gonna try to find it. Yeah.
I just want to see just so I can know that this was part of what I did. It's just incredible, cool numbers too. So that's cool.
Oh,
Wow, so much fun. Okay, cool.
Wow.
Well, everyone on TikTok, thank you for visiting. Really appreciate you stopping by. Mario, thank you for gracing us with your presence. I will go out of my way and motherfucking Instagram you, I guess.
Please and thank you.
And then have
Please
you
and
not
thank you.
show up anyways. Okay, whatever.
You know what? Don't come for me unless I send for
Okay,
you.
you
Okay.
know what? No, okay. Here's the thing now. If you don't see it and you can come on, just do what you did today. That's what we have to deal with Charlie's the same thing. If Charlie wants to come on, he just needs to text me or let me know. We're gonna put him up. We're gonna
All
put him
right,
up.
well,
But I
run it
love
up
what
then.
Charlie does. Charlie's just like in and out. Like he comes in and then like if he wants to stay, he lets us know. You know what I mean? So thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Please tell Alma we said hi and
I will.
hope you Christmas is next week.
Yes.
yeah.
What are you doing, Cynthia, for Christmas? You have you already had your family dinner thing.
We had our family dinner, but Christmas Day we go to my daughter's house and spend it with everyone.
With a family there. And Rick, are you guys doing anything special for Christmas? Is your family
My
coming over?
cousin's house again.
Your what?
Going to my cousin's house again.
Oh, cool.
But a smaller.
I am going to be resting again. This is my. I'm going to be
traveling.
Don't call me. I'm not traveling around. Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't bother me. I'm gonna be curled up on my couch. I'm gonna be resting by myself. I am going to normalize being okay, being by yourself. And I know Cynthia's like, you like being by. I'm like, because I'm tired. You hear me? I'm exhausted. I need a break. So like for 4 days, I don't want nobody bothering me. Nobody. I don't, even if there's an emergency, deal with it. Deal with it.
Call 911.
Call 911. Exactly. So Cynthia, thank you always being on the show. Really appreciate you. Rick, thank you for being on the show as always too. And we do this every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. We have a website called allaboutthejoy.com. Please go check that out. Thank you everyone for visiting. I have to
know if we're going to be on next week.
Yes. Let me just finish one thing. LinkedIn. I want to give a shout out to LinkedIn. Also, we have over 700 followers there. That's a big deal. I don't think you guys understand. Like, I ain't asking nothing. And it's like people keep following us. It's a trickle, but it's LinkedIn, which is a professional website, social media site. So I'm very proud of that. So thank you so much. Melanie, yes. It might just be me. I don't know. No. Are you guys, well, I don't know if you guys will be able to come on. Will you?
No, I'm not doing nothing.
It's on the Thursday.
Yes, after Christmas. Yeah, I'm free.
Okay. We will be back talking about our Christmas loves and joys, and then I'll go back to being quiet and by myself and enjoy the rest of my weekend. All right, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. Be good. Remember, it is always all about the joy. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.